Hey guys, what's going on? It is FilterSC here, and I'm here for the first episode of What Have We Learned Today. And what I learned today when I streamed and played a whole bunch of games, making the switch over to random, is that the first day when you get on the new ladder is tough, and there's a reason for this. So if you get out there in your first day of ladder, and this is what happens to you, um, there's a very good reason for that. And what ends up happening on the first day of ladder is a whole bunch of people come back and play because it's the start of a new season. Everybody's anticipating, doing really well. This is the season I get to Masters. This is the season I get to GM. Maybe it's the season you get out of bronze and you get to silver. It doesn't really matter. Usually there's a little bit of an air of excitement. But a lot of people, especially if you've been active near the end of the last season, which I was, typically what happens is your MMR is higher than it probably should be. And what I mean by that is a whole bunch of people didn't play near the end of the season, or maybe they just played the first week, got bored, moved on, and they decided to come back. And those guys typically don't ever get to their true potential of their MMR. Maybe they like having the 60, 70, 80% win rates. You never know, right? Which was a lot of the people that I was playing today. So, if this is what your match history looks like, don't worry about it, man. Like, if you say you're going to play 15 games, like, go out, play those 15 games. Enjoy yourself, learn from it, and try to figure out why you're losing all those games, because that is the best time that you can possibly learn about the game, is when you are losing, because when you're winning you don't necessarily pick up on your own mistakes, and it's not always a positive to just sit there and win every single game. You learn a lot more from losing games than you ever will from winning. So my takeaway from this is, like, I'm probably not ready to play random. That being said, there's a bunch of, every time I played Zerg, I felt like I got a little better. The first few times I played was an absolute disaster. I lost one game where I basically didn't make any units, and I just died to a roach push in a ZBZ, and it was absolutely pathetic. I lost a PvP where I 4-gated, the other guy 4-gated as well. And the funniest thing happened. I tried to put a proxy pylon in his base. He scouted it. The guy's like, "Oh, that's a good idea." So he put a proxy pylon in my base. I didn't scout it, and I lost the game because of that. So that kind of thing can happen. You're going to go on streaks, and right now the ladder's a little bit extra tough. Now that doesn't mean you shouldn't play. You should definitely get out there and play as much as you possibly can, or you want to, because you're going to learn a lot more from losing these games. And I'll show you what I mean by typically the players you're playing are going to be a lot better. Now, obviously I'm not up to par, so I'm just playing against, diamond players or whatever. I guess this guy was platinum last season. That was one of the Zerg games that I lost. Or that was a TBT. So there you go. Not off to a good start. That was actually the end of last week. So that's the start of this week. Alright, so we got this Harp guy. One game, one win. So that was the only game he played was against me. Maybe he just wanted to get placed for that season, right? Let's take a look at the next game. This was TBZ that I lost quite badly, actually. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, this guy went 17 and, he went 11 and 6. So he had a really good start to the season. Let's take a look at, let's just grab one more of these games. This guy is obviously an Idra fan. So he wasn't, that was one of his few wins. He was like me. He was having a tough day. So just remember, stay positive, get out there, play games. Don't worry too much about winning and losing and how many points you're getting and all that stuff, because it will turn around as you get better and as you improve. And worst case scenario, maybe as you start to play people that are a little bit more towards your own skill level. So make sure you get out there, you play the games, you stay positive, and you don't let it get you down. And you know what? The good thing about this is there's a whole bunch of What Have I Learned videos that I can put out just based on these ladder games, because I made a ton of mistakes, and a lot of them are gonna turn out to be really great learning tools. So anyway, guys, hopefully you take this lesson to heart, and if you had a tough day on ladder, you go out and you play more games and you enjoy the games. And if you get any of these big loss streaks, like this is how I started off this day, man. What did I do? I lost 8 of my first 9 games before winning some. And you know what the best part about my wins were? Every single one of them I didn't earn. The other guy made a ton of mistakes, and that's why I won. One of them, the guy left the game completely. The other one, I got matched up with a player who was just not very good, so I got pretty much a free win off that one. And the guy was like maybe silver caliber. I don't know why I got matched with him. I killed him straight up with my first drop. Although that being said, I felt like my macro was pretty good in that game. And then one of my other wins was against a player who I just couldn't keep up with my macro and didn't really punish it. I ended up being like 80 or 90 supply above him at one point in the game, so just without even really any major engagements happening. So I was just able to make a lot more stuff. I felt like I actually played that game really well though, and I was starting to play better. So just remember, guys, it will turn around. It doesn't matter how tough it looks, it will turn around for you. And I will see you guys tomorrow with the next video and what have I learned.